The star Betelgeuse is so large that if you swapped it with the Sun, it would engulf the orbit of Mars and extend all the way through the asteroid belt. No need to panic, but at 700 light-years, it's the closest star to the Sun that will end its life in a supernova explosion. According to Neil deGrasse Tyson, Betelgeuse, one of the brightest stars in the night sky, has a beautiful orange-red color. It's also known for its variability, meaning that its brightness can change over time. In fact, Betelgeuse can sometimes become so bright that it rivals even the brightest stars in the sky, reaching a magnitude of almost 0.0. It has been said that Betelgeuse has exploded, and we are in for a great terrifying experience. But is this really true? Let's look into the current situation of this beautiful sun-like structure. It is essential to know that the brightness of a star can vary greatly. Take, for instance, Rigel and Aldebaran. These are two stars that can have vastly different levels of brightness. At its brightest, Aldebaran can be as bright as Rigel, but at its dimmest, it can be comparable to Aldebaran. This variation in brightness is due to a number of factors, including the star's size, temperature, and distance from Earth. The period in question lasted for a little over 5 years and was characterized by significant challenges and difficulties. Some of the other variants include Bella BJWS and Belgia. It's fascinating how the same celestial object can have multiple names and spellings. The origin of the word can be traced back to the Arabic language. According to scholars, the "du" ending is considered the most appropriate for the given context. However, as Arabic is not my area of expertise, I am unable to provide any further insights on the matter. Betelgeuse is a red supergiant star located in the constellation Orion, approximately 6,425 light-years away from Earth. Its distance from us makes it one of the most studied and fascinating stars in the night sky. The Hipparcos astrometric satellite has provided us with valuable information about the distance of celestial objects. Based on its data, it has been determined that the distance to this particular object is approximately 430 light-years away. This information helps us better understand the vastness of our universe and the incredible distances between celestial bodies. Betelgeuse is just roughly 10 million years old, while the Sun is 4.6 billion years old. Betelgeuse, despite being significantly younger, is a fully developed star. Without a doubt, a supernova explosion a few tens of light-years from Earth would have very devastating repercussions. A truly massive explosion can produce light equivalent to a whole galaxy. So, if one of our close neighbors like Alpha Centauri decided to act in this manner, we couldn't ignore it. It wouldn't matter if it shone as brightly as the moon because it would be bathing us in radiation of all kinds. But since 1604, we have not observed a supernova in our galaxy. Nevertheless, in 1987, one erupted in a large cloud of Magellan with effects that could be clearly seen even at a distance of 169,000 light-years. G220 plus 1.8 supernova remnants are the remnants left behind when stars explode as supernova. This one is an uncommon variety with a lot of oxygen. Although there was no risk, it is fortunate that the large cloud is so far away. The danger zone around a typical supernova is an interesting concept to work with. Now it would be somewhere around 100 light-years, but as I am a selenographer rather than an astrophysicist, I could very well have estimated it incorrectly. Alpha Centauri is still within range, whereas Betelgeuse would be out of range. In any event, it seems safe to state that Betelgeuse's explosion is unlikely for now. All this still doesn't answer the most important question. Has Betelgeuse really exploded? The red supergiant star that is closest to Earth is Betelgeuse. It will eventually explode, but when? Betelgeuse started dimming substantially in late 2019, which caused excitement all around the world. Some people thought the major event was about to happen because of the peculiar Betelgeuse dimming. However, Betelgeuse has not yet erupted. Since then, this prominent star in Orion, Hunter's constellation, has recovered brightness, dimmed, brightened, and appears to be now transitioning back to a less active condition. However, it is obvious that more dimming could occur at any time. The Hunter's right shoulder is easily distinguished since it is marked by the second brightest star in Orion, Betelgeuse. It radiates a crimson tinge and is well located for viewing in the first few months of every year in the evening sky. Astronomers have determined after examining data from NASA's Hubble Space Telescope and a number of other observatories, that the bright red supergiant star Betelgeuse physically blew its top in 2019. Betelgeuse created a massive surface mass ejection, SMME, and lost a significant portion of its visible surface. This behavior in a star has never before been observed. A coronal mass ejection, CME, which occurs frequently on our Sun, is a process where a portion of the Sun's flimsy outer atmosphere, the corona, is blown away. However, Betelgeuse ejected 400 billion times more mass than an average CME. Therefore, it appears that a cloud of hot gas that the star released and temporarily covered some of the star's light was what produced the odd darkening of Betelgeuse. Although some estimates place it farther away, Betelgeuse may be as nearby as 724 light-years from Earth. Determining the distances of red supergiant stars like Betelgeuse is a challenging subject in astronomy. Despite being far away, Betelgeuse is one of the brightest stars in the sky due to its inherent brilliance. It is around 100,000 times brighter than the Sun. Such brilliance has a cost because Betelgeuse's immense energy soon depletes its fuel, hastening the end of its existence. The star will eventually run out of fuel, collapse under its own weight, and then explode spectacularly as a supernova. Betelgeuse will then become extremely bright for a few weeks or months, maybe matching the brightness of the full moon and becoming visible in the daytime. Why Betelgeuse became dimmer in 2019? The Betelgeuse star experienced alterations in late 2019, becoming notably dimmer. Its apparent magnitude went from 0.5 to 1.7. Early in 2020, the red supergiant began to restore its brightness, putting an end to this decline. Some individuals believe that the star might be set to erupt as a result of this unexplained occurrence. The VT was utilized by astronomer Miguel Montage and his team to determine why this occurred with Betelgeuse. They claim there are two explanations for this. The enormous convective cells of the star produced hot and cold areas on its surface, which was the first explanation. The huge dimming episode was also caused by a cloud of dust that obscured the starlight from our perspective. This cloud was also created by Betelgeuse. It is still unclear exactly when Betelgeuse will erupt. On the other hand, the supernova explosion would be visible on Earth, even during the daytime because it is rather close to us in terms of stellar distance. Fortunately, because Earth is more than 500 light-years away, this massive explosion of matter won't have any impact on us. Astrophysicists estimate that for a supernova to have any impact on Earth, it would need to be about 50 light-years away. The red hypergiant VY Harness Majoris displayed excellent dimming episodes in 2021, just like Betelgeuse's. The explanation for this, according to NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, was similar to Betelgeuse's fading, but it was just taking place on a far larger scale. What time will it go off? Most likely, it won't occur during our lifetimes. However, nobody actually knows when it will blow up. It might occur today or in a million years. Betelgeuse is nearing the end of its life cycle and could blow up at any point in the next 100,000 years. But because it has drastically dimmed during the past few months, it has drawn a lot of attention. Betelgeuse pulsates, and it has done this before, therefore it is not unexpected that it has diminished, but this specific fading has turned out to be unique. Betelgeuse is one of the brightest stars in the sky, shining at a magnitude of 0.69 and ranking 11th among the brightest stars. However, most recent estimates indicate that it has diminished to about magnitude 1.7, removing it from the top 21. Betelgeuse has consequently grown unusually dim. Betelgeuse's bizarre fading has been discussed in the media, with theories abounding that it may be a sign that the star is poised to explode as a supernova. Most professional astronomers and astrophysicists, however, do not accept this theory and think that the star will eventually return to normal since the current dimming is caused by other sources, such as an explosion of gas or dust or variations in the brightness of the star's surface. Therefore, even though Betelgeuse is set to disintegrate eventually, the scientific community agrees not anytime soon. What would we see? Let's assume what would happen if Betelgeuse eventually popped. What would we see and feel from here on Earth? In the years 1054 and 1572, the three brightest supernovae ever seen in our skies first appeared. Each of these stars was either as brilliant as Venus at its brightest or was on par with it. They were all, however, thousands of light-years apart. Betelgeuse, however, is just 640 light-years distant. This means that if the star were to explode suddenly, it would become extremely bright, maybe approaching the brightness of the full moon, and produce distinct shadows even through the brightness of the daytime sky. It would be easily apparent. In the following years, where we once saw Betelgeuse, we might only see a diffused patch of faint light. That would be the intensely hot, newly revealed core of the star, surrounded by an expanding cloud of gaseous debris. It would initially appear at this dazzling brightness for 2 or 3 months. Then, over the course of the following 2 or 3 years, it would gradually fade from view. If there were no other repercussions on our planet, that would be the extent of the explosion. Overall, Betelgeuse is lucky to be where it is in relation to us and not closer, say, than Capella, a very bright yellowish star that crosses high overhead in the middle of the evening. The distance is only 43 light-years. History, mythology, and pop culture of Betelgeuse. Arabic is the language that gave rise to the naming of many prominent stars. This fact is illustrative of the preeminent position held by Arabic astronomers and astrologers during Europe's Dark Ages. The term Betelgeuse comes from an Arabic phrase that is typically rendered in English as the armpit of the giant. This phrase is where the name Betelgeuse originates. Some scholars believe that Betelgeuse is meant to be seen as a hand or even a shoulder. At times, this is in contrast to the common interpretation that the giant relates to Orion. Betelgeuse is the name of the star that appears on the right shoulder of Orion on many older star maps. The meaning of the name is not totally understood. It is not unexpected that the majority of portrayals of Betelgeuse have an anatomical relationship because Orion is most commonly associated with a giant, a warrior, a hunter, a god, or some other anthropomorphic or animal figure in the ancient stories. Even though it was most likely the leg of a stag, the Sanskrit term for this structure also referred to it as an arm. For instance, in some regions of Brazil, the constellation Betelgeuse was seen as the front leg of a turtle or the back leg of a caiman, a species of crocodile. Betelgeuse, also known as Alpha Orionis, holds a significant place in human history, culture, and scientific exploration. Its presence in the night sky has captivated and intrigued humanity for centuries, leading to a myriad of interpretations and associations across different cultures and civilizations. In ancient times, Betelgeuse was observed and revered by various cultures around the world. One such interpretation comes from ancient Japan, where Betelgeuse was seen as an integral component of the circumference of the rim of a ceremonial drum. The star's position in the sky was thought to hold symbolic significance, representing an amputated limb of a man figure. This interpretation reflects the intricate connections between celestial bodies and cultural practices, highlighting the role of astronomy in shaping beliefs and rituals. Similarly, in Macedonian tradition, Betelgeuse took on a different symbolism, representing domesticated animals and farmland. The constellation of Orion, of which Betelgeuse is a part, was associated with agricultural life and the rhythms of nature for Macedonian villages. The appearance of Betelgeuse in the night sky signified the cycles of planting and harvesting, emphasizing the deep-rooted connection between celestial events and earthly activities. The multifaceted interpretations of Betelgeuse highlight the diverse ways in which humanity has sought to understand and engage with the cosmos. From symbolic representations in cultural practices to practical associations with agricultural cycles, the star's presence in the night sky has left an indelible mark on human consciousness. In addition to its cultural significance, Betelgeuse holds immense scientific importance as well. As one of the brightest stars in the night sky, Betelgeuse has been the subject of intense study and observation by astronomers for centuries. Its variability, pulsations, and eventual fate as a supernova have intrigued scientists and researchers, prompting numerous investigations to unravel the mysteries of this enigmatic star. One of the most notable characteristics of Betelgeuse is its variability in brightness. The star's luminosity fluctuates over time, leading to changes in its apparent magnitude as observed from Earth. These variations have been carefully monitored and studied by astronomers, providing valuable insights into the internal processes and dynamics of massive stars like Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse's eventual fate as a supernova has garnered significant attention from the scientific community. As a red supergiant nearing the end of its life cycle, Betelgeuse is expected to undergo a cataclysmic explosion that will result in a brilliant display of light and energy. While the exact timing of this event remains uncertain, astronomers continue to monitor Betelgeuse closely in anticipation of its spectacular demise. The study of Betelgeuse and its eventual supernova explosion offers invaluable opportunities for astronomers to gain deeper insights into the life cycles of stars and the mechanisms underlying stellar evolution. By observing the various stages leading up to the supernova event, scientists can refine their models and theories, furthering our understanding of the processes that govern the behavior and fate of massive stars in the universe. Betelgeuse's proximity to Earth, relatively speaking, at a distance of approximately 640 light-years, presents a unique opportunity for scientists to study the aftermath of a supernova explosion in unprecedented detail. Unlike distant supernovae that are difficult to observe and analyze, Betelgeuse's relatively close distance allows for detailed observations of the resulting supernova remnant and its impact on the surrounding interstellar environment. The scientific exploration of Betelgeuse is not only driven by curiosity and a quest for knowledge, but also by practical considerations regarding the potential impact of a nearby supernova on Earth. While the chances of Betelgeuse's explosion having any significant effect on our planet are slim, the eventuality of such a cataclysmic event underscores the need for continued vigilance and preparedness. Betelgeuse stands as a celestial beacon that illuminates the intersection of science, culture, and human curiosity. From its diverse interpretations in ancient civilizations to its pivotal role in modern astronomical research, Betelgeuse serves as a testament to the enduring fascination and wonder of the cosmos. As scientists and astronomers continue to unravel the mysteries of this enigmatic star, Betelgeuse will undoubtedly remain a source of inspiration and discovery for generations to come. Betelgeuse, along with the remainder of Orion, which showed a plow drawn by oxen, was known to them as Auric the plowman. In the late summer and early fall, the rising of Betelgeuse at about 3 a.m. signaled the time for village men to proceed to the fields and plow. For the Inuit, the beginning of spring and the lengthening days in late February and early March were signaled by Betelgeuse and Bellatrix rising high in the southern sky after sunset. People from North Baffin Island and the Melville Peninsula, in particular, referred to the two stars as those two placed far apart or those two placed because of their distance from one another. Ancient cultures across the globe have long been captivated by the celestial dance of the stars, finding meaning and significance in their movements and configurations. Among the most prominent celestial figures are Orion and Scorpius, two constellations that hold a central place in mythology and folklore from diverse civilizations. The opposing positions of Orion, the mighty hunter, and Scorpius, the menacing scorpion, have been noted and interpreted by cultures spanning continents and epochs. In many traditions, these celestial entities are seen as archetypal rivals locked in an eternal struggle for dominance over the night sky. One of the most enduring interpretations of this cosmic conflict comes from Chinese culture, where Orion and Scorpius are associated with the legendary brothers Xin and Shong. According to Chinese mythology, Xin and Shong were once inseparable companions, united in their quest for justice and righteousness. However, a tragic betrayal tore them apart, leading to a bitter feud that echoed throughout the heavens. In the celestial realm, Xin is represented by Orion, the noble hunter adorned with his distinctive belt of 3 stars. Meanwhile, Shong is embodied by Scorpius, the fearsome scorpion poised to strike with its venomous stinger. Their opposing positions in the night sky symbolize the enduring enmity between the two brothers, a conflict that is destined to endure for all eternity. The bright red variable stars Betelgeuse and Antares play a pivotal role in this cosmic drama, serving as celestial markers that anchor the opposing constellations. Betelgeuse, with its fiery glow and fluctuating brightness, represents the heart of Orion, pulsating with the intensity of a warrior preparing for battle. In contrast, Antares, the rival star nestled within the coils of Scorpius, shines with a fierce red hue, symbolizing the deadly sting of the scorpion poised to strike. Orion, setting, and Scorpius, rising, are seen as pivotal moments in the celestial narrative, marking the culmination of the brothers' conflict. As Orion sinks below the western horizon, it is said to represent Xin's defeat at the hands of Shong, the ultimate triumph of treachery over loyalty. Conversely, Scorpius rising in the east heralds the ascendance of Shom, signaling his victory over his once-beloved brother and the beginning of his reign of darkness. The enduring tale of Shin and Shong played out across the canvas of the night sky serves as a powerful reminder of the timeless themes of betrayal, vengeance, and redemption. As the stars continue their eternal dance above, the legacy of these celestial brothers lives on, inspiring wonder and awe in those who gaze upon their celestial battleground.